Gold Standard to Reserve Arena here in Kentucky. We've gotten the case of mistaken identity corrected, so we will be back in action between the Kentucky Reserve and the Memphis Blues. Aaron Hughes back in the booth again alongside KT. Take two, KT. Anything you're looking to potentially see different here between these two teams?
We've got a lot of excitement. We talked about that, and something that had slipped my mind, and when we were sitting idle, I remembered Dominic Shalizzi appearing here for Memphis Blues for the first time after the trade, seeing Damian Chambers going to San Antonio. So
we will see Chambers make his debut for San Antonio in the next one here. We look forward to tip-off. Everyone just getting their pregame routines out of the way here for both sides. Going to be Ernesto Romero and Dolph going to be contesting the tip-off here for their respective teams. We are back underway here in Kentucky. Dolph wins the tip-off, gets it to the proper lock this time. Leroy Lock. Now Bobby Bricks from the wing. Finds Kobe Johnson working on Cam Mello. Get a screen from Just Blaze. Drives through. Tries to get that over Jordan. No good. Romero down with the rebound. Gets it out to Sala in transition.
what a pass.
Yeah, what a find. Sala finds Cam Mello deep down low open, and Kentucky draw first blood here. Bricks with it now for Memphis to Kobe Johnson. Gonna get it to Leroy Lock. Clock winding down. Lock gonna fire up a three. Splash!
Yeah, he found himself with a lot of room after that screen.
A lot of space opened up there for Leroy Lock. Here's Jordan gonna try and drive through Just Blaze. Can't get the bucket to fall, but Blaze gets called to the foul, so Jordan gonna go to the line for two.
It looks like there's a size mismatch on them, but Blaze looks smaller, but he's actually bigger. So I guess maybe it's the Mohawk effect.
Well, not quite. Just Blaze does have an inch on AR Jordan, but Jordan is also 15 pounds heavier.
Yeah, but he looks shorter. Was more of the problem. So.
Yeah, that's probably the Mohawk then in that case. First one falls for AR Jordan out of Starkville, Mississippi, excuse me. 6'10", 230 power forward here for Kentucky. Two for two goes Jordan. Kentucky now with a 1-point lead, just under 9 minutes to go here in the first quarter.
Nice when one of your bigger men can go 2 for 2 at the free throw line.
Agreed. Bobby Bricks now with it here for Memphis. Look to find Leroy Lock from deep in the corner. Deep two, no good. Ernesto Romero with the board. Fires it to Cam Mello in transition. Little stutter step there. Mello gonna drive and slams it. Slams it through over Kobe Johnson. What a move by Cam Mello.
He was doing a little bit of cooking and took that one all the way and down on Kobe. I mean, there's your Kentucky first-round pick.
Cam Mello bringing the Kiwi heritage here to Kentucky. Kobe Johnson with it now for Memphis. Going to get called for a reach-in is Mello. So a reset of possession here for Memphis. 14 seconds back on the shot clock. Here's Just Blaze with it now on the inbound over to Leroy Lock. Gonna catch a screen from Bricks. Leroy not able to get the shot to go. Romero with another board. Here's Mello now in transition. It's a mismatch here somewhere, I believe. Mello gonna fire up a deep two, no good. Just Blaze comes down with a tip around board.
Too strong on the shot.
Johnson with it now for Memphis, over to Leroy Locke.
Ooh.
Illegal screen gonna get called on Just Blaze. So Kentucky going to regain possession here after a bit of a mental error there by the Bronx, New York native.
Careless turnover there, and Kentucky gets a chance to push the lead even more.
Here's Sala gonna fire up. They're gonna call it a deep 2, I think. No good. Just Blaze with the board, over to Leroy Locke now for Memphis. Bricks with it now on Sala. Gonna find Kobe Johnson, fires up a triple. Bit too strong there. Another board for Ernesto Romero III. Here's Camelo gonna look to drive on Leroy Locke.
Oh,
Has
man.
to stop and fire up an awkward looking shot, but Camelo able to get that to fall still.
He's looking good in the slashing game so far tonight.
Definitely have to agree with you there. Here's Johnson now on the wing, finds Bricks. Down to Dolph. Here's Locke now on Shiren. Nice, nice screen there by Just Blaze on a hard foul on Locke by A.R. Jordan. So Leroy Locke gonna make his debut at the charity stripe for Memphis now.
Yeah, way to not let him get to the basket easily. He looked like he could have had a free lane if A.R. Jordan hadn't contested him so hard.
Definitely got the right of it there, KT. Might see our first substitutions here, potentially under 7 minutes, to go here in the first. It's like no substitutions just yet for either side. And Locke gonna go perfect from his debut at the stripe. Kentucky now up by 3, 6:43 left to go. Here's Shiren over to Cam Mello. Mello finds Sala for deep 3, splash!
Man, he's dangerous out there when they get him that open.
Yeah, definitely. Memphis cannot allow Sala to get that kind of space. Here's Kobe Johnson gonna get it over to Bobby Bricks. Olf gonna set a screen for Bricks. Bricks gonna drive through, fires it over to Leroy Locke from the wing. Can't get it to drop though, as Romero with another board. Shiren now gets it down to Sala. Back to Shiren. And Shiren, I believe the shortest point guard in the league, tries to put that up over Leroy Locke. Can't get it to fall. Here's Bricks for a deep shot there. No good. Olf though with a putback slam.
I think honestly, so Briggs is not a three-point shooter by nature, but I think he saw Dolph have that position down there and decided to fire it away anyway, knowing that his man would clean it up.
Yeah, Mello fires one from deep 3, no good. Leroy Locke down with the board for Memphis. Fires it over to Bobby Bricks, gonna fire up from mid-range, no good. Sala with the board now. Here's Cam Mello with it. Back over to Adam Sala. Here's A.R. Jordan to Shiren. Shiren gonna fire up a shot. Can't get it to fall. Kobe Johnson with the board for Memphis.
Oh.
Johnson gonna fire up a mid-range. Can't get it to fall. Cam Mello with the board now for the reserve. Gonna find Shiren. Shiren gonna look to drive through on Kobe Johnson. Can't get it over Just Blaze or Johnson, as Bobby Bricks now in transition for Memphis. Gonna just run through Adam Sala. What a move by Bobby Bricks.
Yeah, I like that. Both teams, I feel like, are taking a lot of contested shots. Bobby Bricks did a good job of eliminating the defense on that move.
Yeah, great move again by Bobby Bricks. The reserve now going to call a timeout. 4:32 left in the first quarter. Kentucky up by 2 over Memphis. Romero gonna inbound to A.R. Jordan here. Gonna get it through to a cutting Shiren, who knocks down the layup.
Yeah, his speed is what makes him so dangerous.
Yeah, a lot of quickness in that 6-foot frame. Leroy Locke from in the logo, working on Adam Sala here. Gonna fire it over to Shiloh Marino. Finds the screen from Dolph. Gets it across to Dominic Shalizzi for 2, no good.
I think that's Lee Locke now. I think we saw subs come in for Memphis.
That is Lee Locke now for Memphis, correct. Here's Shiren for a deep 3. Bit too strong there. Romero comes up with it, though. Gets it to Jordan. Tries to find his way through Lee Locke there. Cannot get the bucket to fall, but will draw the foul and go to the line for 2 shots.
I think I kind of would have liked to see Romero put that back up. He had the positioning on the inside of Dolph.
Yeah, opts instead to get it to Jordan, who does get the foul here. If I recall, we've seen him once to the line already tonight.
And I believe he went 2 for 2.
Misses the first, though, bit too short there. We're going to see Frosty Malone come in for Dolph on the set of substitutions. A couple of subs on for Kentucky as well. Bomambo, and Scotty B. Pippen for certain.
Some great names, right?
I believe Petrovic for Kentucky in as well. Marino going to bring it up here for the Blues. Over to Hill. Back to Marino. Lee Locke with it now. Marino going to find Shalizzi with a nice cut and a nice slam through by Dominic Shalizzi.
Yeah, he definitely had the speed on his defender and made the play.
Yeah, Peepin now with it for Kentucky. Over to Dime Hardaway. Here's A.R. Jordan with it. Finds Petrovic. What a move by Petrovic. Can't get it to go over Frost Malone. Bomampo gets the assist from Petrovic, though. Puts Kentucky back up by 5.
Yeah, Sasha did not like that shot in the interior, so he gave it to the bigger man who had the more experience with those type of shots.
Yeah, here's Marino with it now for Memphis. Finds Shalizzi. Low on the shot clock. Shalizzi going to fire, but deep 3, no good. Bomambo comes up with it now down to Petrovic. Here's A.R. Jordan over Shalizzi, gets that to fall. Shalizzi a bit short at that power forward position. Only 6'6" here.
Yeah, he definitely is undersized. On the flip side, he has, the speed to try to beat defenders.
Yeah, it's Hill with the splash from deep. Here's Hardaway now for Kentucky. Finds A.R. Jordan. Now Petrovic fires it from deep. No good. Bomambo gets the dunk, and they're going to call Frost Malone for goaltending.
How? What happened?
I am not sure. We are going to see Colonel Taylor come on now for Kentucky.
Got Garden Girl Foods in the background, Aaron. Love to see it.
You love to see it. What a move there by Hill. Bombo gonna get called.
At the line for the away team, Hill, taking 2 shots.
I think Hill was a fantastic pickup for this Memphis squad. He showed us in preseason I don't even really want to call it the ceiling, but just, some of the untapped potential that a lot of people didn't expect to see out of him. He's been a little quieter tonight, but we know what he's capable of.
Yeah, absolutely. Hill knocks down the first shot. Galveston, Texas native here for the Blues. And Hill goes 2 for 2. Hardaway now going to bring it up for Kentucky. Gets it poked away by Shalizzy. Peepin manages to come up with it, though. Costly turnover aborted. Taylor with the screen.
Oh, wow.
Nice drive by Dime Hardaway.
He showed a lot of flexibility in being able to, get in there and adjust to the defense.
Yeah, here's Lee Locke now. Kentucky with a bit of an efficiency advantage at the moment over Memphis. Here's Frosty Malone on Bo Mambo. Back to Shiloh Marino. Not a lot of time left on the shot clock. Marino going to drive. Fires it to Lee Locke from deep. Gets that to fall for 2.
Yeah, again, not able to get his foot behind the line, but they'll take those points in a hurry right now.
Yeah, here's Petrovic to Hardaway. Finds Colonel Taylor, gonna launch that one, no good. And Petrovic gonna get called for a loose ball foul.
Too aggressive there, trying to get the ball. Shoves, the box out, and refs catch it.
Yeah, Memphis gonna keep possession regardless. Lock with it now. Finds Shalizzy down deep, gets fouled by Colonel Taylor.
Shalizzy did a great job of getting position on Taylor there to draw the foul, make him have to foul, and he'll go to the line.
Yeah, Shalizzy making up for his lack of height with a big weight advantage over both A.R. Jordan and Colonel Taylor at 284 pounds.
Yeah.
The Worcester, Massachusetts native to the line for the first time tonight.
Taylor is 6'11", Shalizzy at 6'6". There's a pretty significant height difference there, but he's utilizing his speed in a pretty significant way.
The agility of Shalizzy really lended itself well to that particular possession. Second shot now here for Shalizzy. And Shalizzy splits the pair. Taylor comes up with it. 20 seconds left in this first quarter. Here's Petrovic with it now. Gonna try and work his way around Nick Hill.
They probably hold for 1 here.
Yeah, it looks like Petrovic is gonna hold for 1 with the ISO. Petrovic finds his way deep, gonna fire it up around Hill, no good, but Memphis not gonna have time to fire one up. End of the first quarter here in Kentucky. Reserve 22, Blues 19. GSP will be right back. Second quarter action live on Twitch. Second quarter action back here in Reserve Arena. Kentucky currently up by 3 over the Memphis Blues. Katie, anything stick out to you in particular in that first quarter for either side?
It is a pretty close game right now, but there was a pretty big difference in efficiency so far. Kentucky was about a 20% field goal percentage over Memphis at one point in that, so I would like to see some more efficient shots coming out of Memphis.
Here's Peepin over to Mambo. Now Petrovic for a deep 3. Can't get it to go. Shalizzy comes down with the board. Fires it out to Shiloh Marino. Now Lee Locke with it in the corner. Back to Marino. Nick Hill to Locke. Malone calling for it down low. 5 seconds left on the shot clock here. Memphis has to do something with it. Gotta find Shiloh Marino for 3. Can't get that to drop though. Mambo with the board for Kentucky.
What a...
Here's Hardaway on the drive and transition and a nice jam.
Yeah, he's been showing a lot of that flashing capabilities tonight so far.
Greed. Here's Marino now. Gets it to Malone. Malone gonna post up here. Gets it knocked away by Mambo. Marino comes up with it. Gets it to Hill. Hill gonna fire up a deep 3. Splash.
Nah, he is filthy from outside.
Yeah, Marino definitely a big perimeter presence here for Memphis. Petrovic with it now over to Scotty B. Peepin. Here's Bo Mambo now for Kentucky. Gets it to Peepin. Had Hardaway on a bit of a cut. Doesn't find him. 4 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Here's Hardaway. Gonna have to fire up this deep 3 ball contested splash.
believe that was Shalizzy in his face even. Didn't bother him though.
No, Dime Hardaway actually with a small height advantage over Shalizzy, the Compton native, 6'7". Memphis gonna call a timeout now, down by 5.
Dime Hardaway, a point guard with a height advantage over a power forward, is a very interesting dynamic.
I mean, it's not the craziest thing that we've seen. You know, there is a center in this league that is 6'7" as well. So,
Absolutely.
Just Blaze finds Leroy locked down low. What a move by Leroy there. Off of the timeout for Memphis. Here's Shiren to Camelo. To Romero in the post on Dolph. Gonna look to post up over. It gets blocked away though by the big man. Dolph down low. Kentucky gonna keep possession, but what a block by Dolph there.
Yeah, you know, I'm gonna blame the shoes. Romero was blinded and he got blocked.
It be like that sometimes.
Yeah, it does.
Oh God, especially with those shoes. Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Yeah, see?
Dolph out here, his feet looking like highlighters. Here's Jordan over to Scotty B. Peepin. Peepin gonna look to get it through. Bobby Bricks is not able to get the bucket though, but Peepin gonna go to the line now for 2 after the foul.
Number 33, 2 shots.
Like Dolph actually got a hand on that as well to prevent the shot from going anywhere.
Yeah, he wanted another block after just having one.
Can't say I blame the man.
One track mind, right?
Yep.
Shot, no go in.
Scotty B. Peepin from Eagle, Idaho. 6'5" small forward here for the reserve. Knocks down the first free throw.
I think he's going to be a real big part of this Kentucky team, both on and off the court.
Agree with you there. Scotty B. Peepin goes perfect from the line. Leroy Locke now to bring it up for the Blues. Over to Kobe Johnson. Back to Locke. Gets it to Just Blaze. Pump fakes the pass. Gets it to Bobby Bricks. Kobe Johnson going to get it to Blaze. I thought he was going to shoot that for a second. Kobe Johnson going to drive on Mello. Little up and under action there. Can't get it to go. Mello up with the board for Kentucky. But now going to look to drive on Bobby Bricks. Gets the shot up. Can't get it to fall. But Bricks going to pick up his second on Peepin in like 30 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, Briggs is trying to make it difficult for anybody to get an easy bucket inside on him, and free throws are far from guaranteed in this league.
Absolutely have to agree with you there. Bobby Bricks definitely doing his job on defense. Talk about Shalizzy being undersized for a small forward. Bobby Bricks a bit oversized as a small forward at 6'11", same size as his teammate Just Blaze.
Yeah, you know, overall, this Memphis team is pretty huge. I mean, they've got Leroy Locke manning the point guard as a small forward.
Yeah, the shortest player here for Memphis is actually a tie between Shiloh Marino and Nick Hill.
What is that, 6'5"?
Yes, 6'5".
That is still pretty freaking tall, right? Like.
Jackson, first personal foul, third team foul. At the line for your home team, number 7.
Yeah. Speaking of size mismatches, the shortest man on the court for either side, Josh Shiren, to the line here for 2 shots.
He is among the shortest in the entire league. Had a good debut last week. Was one of the guys to keep an eye on coming into this game. One of the bets set at, I think it was 17.5 over under. So a lot of people are going to be watching him.
Definitely agree with that sentiment there. Josh Shiren perfect from the line. Kentucky now 8-point lead, 6:42 left to go here in the second quarter. This is Leroy Locke now to Bobby Bricks for Memphis. Finds Dolph over to Kobe Johnson. Down to Blaze the post. Nice spin move there by Just Blaze, bucking the foul.
Tough bucket. That would have been difficult even without a foul call.
One shot.
Yeah, definitely agree. Memphis getting a bit of luck on their side, though, with that foul call. Just Blaze going to look to complete the three-point play here for Memphis, push the lead back down to 5.
Man, the players that have shoulders like Blaze make me uncomfortable.
I'm glad I'm not alone in that. The thick veins, it just doesn't look natural to me. It's weird.
Yeah, it's a good thing GSP doesn't do drug testing at this point. We wouldn't be able to field one team, let alone 12.
I think we could field like 2 or 3.
I think that's generous.
Let me be generous. Cam Mello going to get called for an illegal screen here. So, costly turnover potentially for the reserve. The fans here in Reserve Arena not liking that particular call by the refs.
Oh,
Here's Kobe
wow.
Johnson. What a drive. Can't get the shot to go. Peeping
Real
up with the
surprise.
board. Fires it to Shiren in transition. Working on a lock in the corner. Finds Camelo down low. Gets blocked by Just Blaze.
Good defense. I thought he got beat, but he did a good job of following it up.
Kobe Johnson gets it knocked away. Camelo able to contest the shot. Gets called for his 3rd foul, though. So potentially something to keep an eye out for is the Kiwi potentially fouling out here.
Yeah, I don't really know what that would do to this Kentucky squad right now. He's been one of the brighter spots for them, right? Offensively especially, so you really don't want to lose him.
Yeah, if anything, that would extend the minutes for Sasha Petrovic more likely, or Hardaway moving to the shooting guard spot to cover that.
Now, Hardaway's
the
got the
reserve.
size to be able to do it on the bright side.
Again, something to look out for potentially as this game continues.
Timeout, home team.
The reserve are going to call a timeout, not liking that Kentucky is only up by 3 right now. Memphis is trying to close the gap.
Your gates, please.
Here's Mello gonna fire it immediately off the inbound. No good. Dolph up with the board for Memphis. Gets it
Looks like
to
I was just going to say, looked like he had the space for that one. I don't blame him.
Bobby Bricks with it now for
Ooh.
Memphis. Gonna look to drive on Peepin.
Oh,
What a
no.
slam through Scotty B. Peepin. Bobby Bricks.
And that's your 2nd overall pick right there, showing you with the goods.
Here's Romero now for Kentucky. Finds Camelo with a nice cut down low.
Number 30.
Kentucky only up by 3 now, 4:50 to go in the 4th quarter. Here's Bricks with it again to Kobe Johnson, working on Mello. Gonna find Leroy Locke, fires it all in the corner to Bobby Bricks. Bricks gets it knocked away by Peepin, able to recover though. Here's Kobe Johnson deep in the shot clock over Cam Mello, can't get it to go. Romero with the board.
They're making Kobe Johnson have to force a lot of shots tonight. He hasn't made a single one.
Yeah, and that's Scotty B. Peepin splashing the 3 down on the other end in transition. Kentucky now up by 6. Here's Leroy Locke over Shiren. No good. Has really started to pick up here. Shiren with it now, working on Leroy Locke. Shiren gonna dance a little bit, look to drive. Forced to pick up his dribble, gets it tipped away by Dolph. Leroy Locke comes up with it, finds Bobby Bricks, able to get the layup up and under through Scotty B. Peepin.
Yeah, I said it early on in this game. His bread and butter is going to be that slashing and driving and finishing at the rim.
Yeah, Mello with it now over to Peepin for Kentucky. Shiren looked like he was going to cut. Finds a wide open Cam Mello. Bit of Olay defense there by big man Dolph down low.
Yeah, and I think he wasn't really expecting him to get that in there. I think the pass, the way it was played by itself, made that play even better.
Yeah, I definitely have to agree with you there. Dolph with it now. A bit of a mismatch as Peepin going to be on him. Kobe Johnson going to fire it up. They're going to call it a 3-shot. No good. A.R. Jordan up with the board.
He's now 0 for 8 on the night.
Peepin gets it stolen away by Just Blaze. Look out. Bobby Bricks running in transition. Able to get another up and under. Peepin able to get a good contest, though. Peepin going to find Jordan. Little double clutch there through Dolph. No good.
Bricks dangerously going at it again and gets it to go.
Yeah, Scotty B. Pippen, unfortunately, just not the answer for Bobby Bricks at the moment. He's got 8 tonight. Kentucky going to call a timeout. Up by 4 with 2.5 to go here in the half.
So they're only down by 4, and one of their players that to watch, Kobe Johnson, hasn't made a shot yet. 0 for 8. If they can get him going, things could get real dangerous fast.
Yeah, definitely got the right of it there. Of course, you know, Bobby Bricks starts cooking, and I believe they're gonna check him out here.
I blame the coaches.
I believe it's full sub rotations in now for both sides. Peepin, I believe, has been in this entire quarter, though. Here's Bo Mambo. Over to Hardaway. Peepin with the screen. Hardaway gonna drive. Gets that up and over Hill and Shalizzy. Hardaway's got 9.
Yeah, and he's perfect from the field so far tonight.
Arena with it now. Leroy Locke gonna get called for an offensive 3-second violation. Is Memphis, I believe Shalizzy, getting called for that here. So again, another potentially costly mental mistake here for the Blues.
2 minutes.
Makes up for it here, though. He gets the steal.
Yeah, great active hands by Dominic Shalizzy. Nick Hill with it now for Memphis. And force his way through Scotty B. Peepin. Tries to get it through to Malone, but gets intercepted by Colonel Taylor. Here's Scotty B. Peepin over to Hardaway in transition.
They ran that transition offense pretty well perfectly. Peepin stayed in his lane, which pulled out the defense and an open man inside.
8-point lead again for the reserve. Leroy Locke with it now for the Blues. Gonna look to drive, gets it knocked away by Scotty B. Peepin again. Finds Hardaway over to Sala in transition. Nick Hill, though, with some nice active hands. Unfortunately, ball is forced out of bounds.
Yeah, but didn't prevented the easy bucket, though. Sala had it in the corner, possibly, if he wanted it, but he wanted that open drive lane.
Yeah, Sala gonna take a seat now for Petrovic. Scotty B. Peepin still into this one. Again, I don't think he's been subbed out this entire quarter. Petrovic with it now for Kentucky. Over to Peepin. Peepin gonna look to drive on Locke. Opts instead to pull it back out. 8 seconds left on the shot clock here for the reserve. Here's Petrovic with nice little up and under move there. No good. Gets his own offensive board, though. Fires it to the wing to Scotty B. Peepin. Peepin gets it to Colonel Taylor down low. Got a bit of a mismatch. Got to fire up. Spin move in the post. No good. Bo Mambo with the offensive board and the putback.
To my knowledge, Petrovic's game is not inside. I think it's outside, so I'm not entirely certain why he's driving in so much this game.
Could just be a mismatch playbook for Petrovic. Hill gonna hold on to it here for a bit of a last shot opportunity. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Hill gonna look to go in the post now on Petrovic. Gonna fire it up deep in the shot clock. No good. Petrovic comes down with the board, and that's gonna end the first half. Kentucky Reserve 45, Memphis Blues 35. Gold Standard. We'll be right back with your halftime show. KT gonna break it down for us. Gold Standard Basketball. We'll be right back live on Twitch. All right, KT, what do you think about that first half so far?
I think both teams had some sloppy moments, some possessions they'd like to get back. Overall, Kentucky has played the more efficient game. Memphis has just really not been hitting their shots in places. You saw Kobe Johnson go 0 for 8, so he had volume, just hadn't knocked down anything, even the wide open shots. You'd like to see them bring that field goal percentage up, 10% difference, and they're losing the rebound game pretty significantly right now.
Yeah, leading scorer or highlight scorer rather for Kentucky, Scotty B. Peepin with 6 so far. Excuse me, in this one. Third quarter action coming up here in just a moment. Back in Reserve Arena. Kentucky up by 10. Time Hardaway going to be your highlight player of the half. Currently 11 points off the bench so far tonight for the Reserve. Perfect from the field.
Yeah, he played really well tonight, and just making plays left and right.
Yeah, Shiren with it now here over to Adam Sala. Now, Cam Mello going to look to drive on Leroy Locke. Tries to get it up and under through Locke and Dolph. No good.
So much traffic, and he chose to take that. Scoring drought, though, for Memphis doesn't look good.
Yeah, Memphis held scoreless the past 3 minutes.
Oh,
look, get an alley-oop to Dolph. Bit of a miscommunication. That was Adam Sala going to come up with it in transition. Going to fire up the deep 2. Gets it to fall.
That ain't gonna do it. You do have a miscommunication like that with Dolph wide open. If he just dropped it to him, it's 2 points, and you lose at the other end on the three-pointer.
Yeah, Kobe Johnson able to squirrel his way around Cam Mello there. It's a nice little layup high off the glass in response. So scoring drought ended here for Memphis. They're still down by 10.
And scoring drought ended for Kobe Johnson on his first back at night. We'd like to see him get going.
Here's A.R. Jordan over to Cam Mello now working on Locke. Gotta fire it up for 3. Can't get it to fall. Shiren, though, with the board. And the putback.
That's Just Blaze. Isn't he a power forward? What the heck?
Yeah, Just Blaze is, in fact, a 6'11" power forward. And despite all odds, Shiren comes up with the board and the putback. Here's Dolph from the corner over to Kobe Johnson. Gets the screen from Bobby Briggs. Kobe Johnson gonna split a pair of defenders. Fires it up for mid-range. No good. Romero with the board over to Mello. Look to drive through Dolph.
Memphis looking a little bit disoriented right now.
Yeah, Kentucky rather not able to get the bucket in transition. Leroy Locke with it now here for the Blues. They get it over to Bobby Briggs. Now Dolph with it. Dolph gonna fire it up from just beyond the the free throw line. No good. Pass fire down to Adam Sala. Here's Shiren in the corner. Working on Johnson. Here's Cam Mello gonna fire it up with a man in his face. Splash! What a shot by Cam Mello over Bobby Briggs.
Yeah, I mean, defense wasn't solidly on him, but that was one of the more contested shots of the night for him.
Here's Bricks with it now, gonna fire it to Dolph. Had the open 3, gonna opt to drive instead. Looks to get it over Romero. Gets it blocked, I believe. Cam Mello with another deep 3 splash. Kentucky really starting to cook now.
Yeah, this is getting ugly in a hurry.
Yeah, the whiskey finally starting to seep
right?
out of the... No, the opposite actually, starting to seep out of the veins of these reserve players. Are really starting to pick up.
So what they don't tell you is that the water is tainted with alcohol, and so they're just making Memphis drunk as the game goes on.
Yeah, the lackluster batches of whiskey getting dropped into the reservoir water in here in Kentucky, really affecting Memphis. Here's Leroy Locke from the corner. Can't get the three to fall.
They're not hitting any of their open shots.
No, not at all. Here's Camelo looking to drive on Kobe Johnson. Can't get that shot to fall, but will go to the line for two after the shooting foul.
At the line for your home team, 2 shots.
Head coach for Memphis not happy about it.
I mean, you draw up the plays, you get those plays executed and working, but then you got difficulty actually knocking them down. It's frustrating. It's for staff and players, you know.
Definitely have to agree with that. Melo knocks down the first shot. Cam Melo has now overtaken Dime Hardaway as the lead scorer here for this reserve team.
How many threes did he just hit? Like,
at least 2, if not more.
yeah, he hit at least 2, and I think he hit 1 or 2 early on in the game. So he hit at least 1 before, so he's got 3 at least.
Yeah, Cam Melo perfect from the free throw line there. Reserve now up by 20, 6:44 left to go in this third quarter. Yeah, 10-2 run here for Kentucky as of late. As
there you go.
Johnson gonna get found on a nice drive.
Number 19.
Here's Melo with it, now over to Shiren for the reserve. Now Romero. Here's Adam Sala, finds Shiren, gonna fire up a 3 over Dolph, no good. And Ernesto Romero the third with a nice putback though.
Yeah, unfortunately Dolph was out on that perimeter instead of down to get the rebound and made Romero an easy 2 points.
Yeah, Just Blaze gonna get it over to Leroy Locke now for the Blues. Over to Bobby Bricks now, gonna pull it out. 5 seconds of the shot clock. Here's Dolph. Kobe Johnson, little pump fake, another pump fake, another pump fake. Gonna fire up the shot though. Can't get it to fall is Kobe Johnson. Cam Melo with it now in transition. Working around Dolph. They do have the mismatch down low if they want to take it. Instead, it gets poked away. Bricks comes up with it for the Blues.
Oh,
And
no.
around and through Adam Sala goes Bobby Bricks. He's got 10. Cam Melo with 18 points now for the reserve.
Yeah, Bobby Briggs has been the brightest spot for Memphis tonight. He has looked real good in transition and in driving.
Yeah, Shiren with it now over to Sala. Now down to Romero on the post. Gonna look to pull it up through Dolph and does Ernesto Romero the third. Memphis still down 24-50 left to go in the third. Here's Kobe Johnson now over to Bricks. Fires it to Just Blaze off the wing. Fires it down to Leroy Locke. Great defense by Sherwin, but a bit of a size disadvantage as Locke goes over Shiren there.
It's not too fair when you get there, is it?
Not really. Kentucky, though, going to call a timeout now. Reserve up by 18, 4:32 to go in this third quarter. And Kentucky got real hot real quick.
Oh, yeah, they've got some shooters, man.
Substitutions now for both sides as Colonel Taylor going to fire it over to Hardaway in the corner. Working on Shalizzy, tries to fire a shot over Shalizzy, instead gets a foul. So Dime Hardaway, your highlight player at the half. Take a trip to the charity stripe here for the reserve. First one no good from Hardaway. As Mambo going to come on to replace Ernesto Romero. I'm going to have to hammer that in my head that it's Mambo, not Mamba.
No, I've had the same issue. It's probably his intention, though.
Probably, as Dime Hardaway splits the pair, Kentucky up by 19. Here's Marino now with it for Memphis. Over to Lee Locke. Back to Marino. Little 1-2 between him and Locke. Cross Malone going to get it down low in the post on Mambo. Gets it poked away, able to pick it up. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Here's Marino. Somebody's going to have to fire us up for Memphis. It is going to be Marino. Not able to get the deep three to go. Mambo up to the board for Kentucky. As Petrovic with a nice little drive cut inside, able to find him is Mello. So Kentucky still really cooking with gas. The burners on full blast for the reserve. Here's Shalizzy now. Fires it over Colonel Taylor. Bucket in the foul.
Great play there. They need more of that, and they need stops on the other end.
Shooting for the away team, number 18.
Mambo is in fact number 5.
Mambo number 5.
Those wondering in the chat, that's probably the main reference here for his player, Shalizzy, now with, I believe, his second trip to the line tonight.
I love how creative people are when it comes to making their players.
Yeah, agreed. A lot of creative names here in Gold Standard. Some familiar names as well, of course. As Shalizzy knocks down the free throw shot to complete the three-point play. Here's Hardaway with it now for Kentucky. Over to Scotty B. Peepin. To Petrovic, who's going to drive. Tries to get that up. Is not able to. Gets a bit of a hard foul by Shalizzy. So Sasha Petrovic, the Croatian native, going to go to the line for 2 shots.
Yeah, don't let him have it easy. But like I said, he's done a lot trying to get inside tonight, and I don't think he's really had any success there. But he at least gets the foul that time.
I mean, he has the handful of times where he's been found open on a nice cut. But as far as like solo driving, I don't believe that's Petrovic's forte. He's definitely more of a perimeter shooter, I believe.
Yeah, that's been my understanding. They may obviously have a different plan in direction with him, but yeah, he's gonna be able to knock down some shots on the perimeter primarily, I think.
Yeah, and you know, there also could have been some adjustments they made to Petrovic's possession in order to make him a bit more of an inside threat as well. As Petrovic splits the pair, Shalizzy up with it. Here's Nick Hill for Memphis. Gonna look to drive on Scotty B. Peepin. Up and over, no good. Peepin with the board. Scoring woes still continuing here for Memphis. Here's Bo Mambo. Working on Frosty Malone. Getting forced out. Here's Petrovic. Nice cut there by the Croatian.
Yeah, I like when he does those sorts of things.
Here's Nick Hill with it now for Memphis. Over to Lee Locke. Now Shiloh Marino. Back to Shalizzy. Over to Hill. 5 seconds on the shot clock here. Has the pick and roll, gonna fire up the deep mid-range, can't get it to fall. Mambo up with the board reserve. Here's Peepin going all the way through on the other end. Nice little soft one-handed jam by Scotty B. Peepin. .23 now the gap between the reserve and the Blues. 2:15 left to go in the third quarter. Here's Nick Hill. Petrovic gonna get called for a reach-in though. Take a look at a nice block by Jess Blaze earlier tonight on Cam Mello.
Yeah, he's definitely a guy that is going to get active down there and make things difficult for any team he's against.
Yeah, that was the shot that I thought was blocked, but didn't get a good look at it. So nice to see that I was correct in my assumption there. Nick Hill with it. Now 8 seconds left on the shot clock. Frosty Malone comes over for a screen. Has Frosty Malone open. Going to look to get it up over Bo Mambo. Gets called for the shooting foul.
At the line for the away team.
So
Taking 2 shots.
Frosty Malone going to travel to the stripe now for Memphis.
Oh, coach is not happy.
Shooting 2.
.204 left here in the third. As Malone, the big man from Liberty, Minnesota, no, Missouri is that postal code, knocks down his first free throw shot tonight. And 2 for 2 goes the big 7'1" center for Memphis.
Needed those.
It desperately needed those. Memphis down by 21. Here's Petrovic now to Hardaway. Shalizzy going to get called for a reach-in. He picks up his third personal. Kentucky maintains possession. Here's Petrovic on the inbound. Gets it over to Hardaway, now to Taylor. Hardaway with it again. Looks to drive around and through. Can't get it to go. Good contest there by Marino and Shalizzy. Here's Marino with it now for Memphis. And Peepin going to pick up his first personal. Called for a reach in there. Minute 36 left to go. 17 on the shot clock for Memphis. Still down by 21. Here's Marino down to Lee Locke. Now Nick Hill with it. It's Malone. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Here's Lee Locke for 3. No good there. Petrovic down with the rebound. Petrovic gonna find Colonel Taylor down low, and Shalizzy with his fourth personal now, as
My
Colonel
goodness.
E.H. Taylor, the Bardstown, Kentucky native, gonna go to the line for the first time tonight.
Memphis playing incredibly physical. Seems to sap a little bit of momentum out of him though tonight. I hate that he's standing like that. First of all, ain't no way. Oh Jesus!
You know darn good
I don't
well
even-
that it's Colonel Taylor's personality in a nutshell.
I literally don't even remember what I was saying. Oh my God!
Taylor up and out goes the first free throw.
He kind of looks like one of those, like, especially when he does that, he kind of looks like one of those, like, great value superheroes, you know, like the off-brand ones that you can get cheaper than, like, actual Superman.
He does though. Some might
You know
call him
what
an
I'm
off.
talking about, right?
Yeah, some might call him an off-break Captain Morgan.
Yeah.
As Taylor in his chucks goes 1 for 2 from the line. 22 points, the difference between Kentucky and Memphis in this one. Just over a minute to go here in the third. Here's Nick Hill, had the open look, opts not to take it. Marino with it now, going to look to drive. Finds Shalizzy, now Lee Locke. Pump fake to Marino, wide open 3 from Marino. Can't get that to fall in, and out it goes. Petrovic with the board for the reserve. Here's Scotty B. Peepin in transition, no good. Gets his own board and the putback for the reserve.
When it rains, it pours.
It's definitely raining here in Kentucky. What exactly it's raining, I couldn't tell you, as we're indoors right now. Here's Nick Hill gonna fire up a three of his own. Splash! Something finally goes
go.
for Memphis.
He's like the only one that can hit threes tonight. For Memphis anyway.
Yeah, here's Petrovic now. Bit of an ISO here on Nick Hill. 2 seconds separating shot and game clock. Petrovic gonna slow his drive up. Nice mixed pace. Here's Colonel Taylor over to Hardaway. 2 seconds. Here's Hardaway. Shalizzy gets a hand on it, and that's going to end the third quarter. Kentucky 72, Memphis 51. Gold Standard, get those fours up in chat. GSB live on Twitch. We'll be right back. Fourth quarter action. Welcome back, GSB Reserve Arena here in Kentucky. No assist to the game from State Farm tonight. They're slacking in the production truck, apparently.
Nothing's worthy.
Here's Locke now over to Marino. Finds a wide open Lee Locke in the corner, knocks down the deep two.
Yeah, I don't know that he can fit outside the three-point line. He's kind of a big dude.
Yeah, got those long feet, as it were. Here's Sala with it now over to Hardaway, back to Sala. Off-ball screen by Taylor. Here's Petrovic, wide open look for three. No good. Shalizzy comes down with it for Memphis. Here's Lee Locke now frosting alone with a nice little up and over in transition. That one over Hardaway, I believe.
Great movement and sequence there. You'd like to see more of it out of Memphis.
Yeah, Sala with it now over to Petrovic. Finds Mambo over to Sala now. Mambo with it on the wing. Keeps it on the wing. Fires to Petrovic. Deep two from Petrovic. Off the front of the rim. No good. Lee locked down with the board. Now here's Nick Hill going to work on Petrovic in transition. Play's going to stop. Memphis going to try and set something up here. Down by 18 something, I believe. That shot from Memphis, no good. Sala down with the board. Hardaway with a deep shot, no good. Here's Mambo up and over Shalizzy. Can't get that to fall. Aforementioned Shalizzy with the board. 17 points the gap. Now that I have my math correct in my head, as Petrovic gets called for his third personal. Lee Locke going to go to the line now for two.
They are getting stops against Kentucky. They just need to start getting some points on the other end.
Yeah, opportunity here for just that with Lee Locke at the line here for the Blues. No good for Locke on the first one. That one banks off the front rim.
Yeah, it's just a lot of things not going right for Memphis tonight.
Yeah, not at all. Kentucky, especially late in that second half, really got hot quick, and it's just hasn't really slowed down much. As Locke 0 for 2 from the stripe, so a good foul. It ends up being by Petrovic. Here's Hardaway with it now, finds Petrovic, gonna go up and over Nick Hill, no good. Hill with the board for Memphis. Kentucky now on a scoring drought in the past 2:30. Nick Hill gonna look to drive, gets a reach-in called on Sala. Memphis going to respond with a timeout before the inbound.
You think a comeback is possible?
With 8 minutes left here in the fourth, especially with Kentucky kind of falling off shooting-wise, there's definitely a possibility for Memphis to come back, but I don't think it's very big. 4 seconds left on the shot clock here. Absolutely no real movement. Shalizzy going to be forced to fire up the deep three. No good. Mambo with the board. Here's Adam Sala with it now. It's a high screen by Bo Mambo, and Adam Sala goes straight through. Can't get the bucket to fall, though. Here's Lee Locke now over to Marino. Now Shalizzy. Shalizzy gets it poked away by Hardaway. Comes up with it. Here's Lee Locke. Lee Locke for two. Gets that deep two to fall.
Man, he cannot get behind that line, can he?
Not to save his life, no. Here's Petrovic, finds Mambo down low. Nice reverse layup, can't get to fall though. Nice contest there by Frost Malone. Here's Lee Locke in transition, tries to get it up and under. Adam Salo gets called for his second personal, and Sala cannot believe it.
Yeah, he doesn't like that call at all.
Number 1, at the line for 2.
So Lee Locke back to the line again. He's already missed his 2 most recent free throws. Of course, I say that. He's going to go perfect this time. Just watch. Locke does make his first. I can confirm Mambo is in fact number 5. Looks like a near full suite of substitutions now for Memphis. Almost the entirety of the starting unit back on now for the Blues. Save Lee Locke.
I don't know. I think I would have left Hill in over Johnson at this point.
Misses the second, does Locke. Here's Petrovic. Petrovic gonna fire up a nice fadeaway, gets that to fall. What a shot from Sasha Petrovic.
I told you, I'm pretty sure that's what that man's built to do, not this making drives.
Yeah, here's Johnson, fires up a 3. Too strong off the back iron it goes. Kobe Johnson really struggling from the perimeter in this one. Petrovic now with it. Looks like some substitutions going to come on here at next dead ball for Memphis. Here's Colonel Taylor now. Here's Hardaway. Fires up the tray. Splash.
My goodness. They're just piling it on.
Yeah, definitely. Lead back up to 19 in favor of the reserve. Here's Bobby Bricks over to Dolph. Now Johnson. Dolph gonna give Johnson a screen. Gonna look to fire it. Can't do so. Here's Lee Locke for 3. Too strong.
If anybody is doing the betting, what's the over-under for Kentucky tonight? I don't know what it was off the top of my head.
I do not either. I actually haven't really been paying attention to the sports book that much. That's on me. Here's Dime Hardaway. Gets it poked away by Dolph, though. Brooks comes up with it. Here's Leroy Locke from mid-range. No good again. Colonel E.H. Taylor with the board.
All right, it's 89.5. We'll have to keep an eye on that.
No, 84.5 for Kentucky.
Oh, 80. He typoed and got me in trouble. Look at that.
It is all...
That's personal, bro. That's
it is
personal.
all good. Here's Dime Hardaway. Hard foul, though, by Lee Locke on Dime.
Oof. Didn't want to let him get in there easy, but man, they're playing physical tonight.
Yeah, the Compton native making a return trip to the charity stripe here for Kentucky. Let's see a couple substitutions come on here for Memphis. Looks like only one. It'll be just Blaze. Looks like Shiren and A.R. Jordan going to check in for Kentucky. First one falls there for Dime.
I think they're going to hit the over.
Yep, so we'll see Petrovic and Taylor check out for Jordan and Shiren, as well as Lee Locke checking out in favor of Just Blaze. As Dime Hardaway goes perfect again from the line. 21 points the gap. Hardaway with 17 tonight.
Been a great game for Dime.
I agree with you there. Really key contributor off the bench for this reserve team. Here's Leroy Locke now over to Just Blaze. Back to Locke. Gonna get a screen from Dolph here deep in the shot clock. Little pick and roll. Locke has to fire it up deep in the shot clock. No good. Mambo with the board over to Shiren. Now Hardaway in transition. Really athletic move there from Hardaway. Can't get the bucket to go. Great defense there by Bobby Bricks. Here's Kobe Johnson with it now for Memphis. Gonna try to get the ball off. Able to pick up the not quite able to pick up the pass. They are going to call it out of bounds on dime. Hardaway is going to check out in favor of Cam Mello.
No, it seems he got lucked out a little bit on that one. Went off the defender's leg.
Yeah, here's Leroy Locke over
there you
Shiren, bucket in the foul.
Uses the size mismatch there. You know, Shiren only 6 foot. 2 Locks. I think it's 6'7" off the top of my head.
You would be correct on that. Leroy Locke, the shorter of the 2 Locke brothers here in Memphis, at the aforementioned 6'7". Leroy hailing from the Dominican Republic. Oh, I'm sorry. Not the Dominican Republic. The Democratic Republic of the Congo.
Oh, man.
That definitely threw me off there. I didn't see who got that one on the other end, but
Shiren.
it was Shiren. Okay. I kind of thought so at first glance, but wanted to make sure. Congo and Dominican Republic, definitely not the same place, Nighthawk, but I appreciate the effort anyways.
Just trying to make you feel better.
You think I would know my geography better. Here's Sala with it now here for Kentucky. Finds Shiren from the three-point line.
No.
Did he just airball that?
He did.
Oof, that is unfortunate.
So we have seen a number of airballs since the start of GSB, and I just love the fact that the game will let people do that.
Yeah, Kobe Johnson finally gets a bucket to go for 3. Splash.
There he goes. He gets one to go.
Here's Adam Sala with it now. Back over to Shiren.
We really need a bloopers channel.
We sure do.
We need the... It was one last night off the side of the backboard. And
Mello gets the pass tipped away by Locke, able to come up with it and put it in, though. Mello's got 20 points here tonight for the reserve.
He's had a fantastic game and hushed up a lot of people doubting him going into this one. That was a lot of the source from the original Memphis, Kentucky beef.
Here's Locke going to fire up a deep shot there. No good. A.R. Jordan with the board. And I think it's safe to say here any comeback potential from Memphis has been completely nullified by the Kentucky reserve. Here Shiren's got a wide open 3, gonna set his feet, knock it down, splash.
And we officially have hit the over on the sportsbook betting.
Yep, Kentucky hitting the over here. Memphis very much in the under. Here's Dolph with it now over to Kobe Johnson. Get a screen up high from Dolph. Johnson gonna drive, finds Locke, fires up the 3 ball. No good there. Bomambo down with the board, fires it up court to Shiren, who's gonna look to slow things down here for Kentucky. Sala with it now. Finds Camello, gonna fire up a deep 3 of his own, splash!
Man, they are not taken prisoners.
Yeah, no, this Kentucky team looking especially deadly here in this one. Quickly try and find what the preseason power rankings had these two teams at. There's Dolph getting it done in the post for Memphis, trying to make things happen. Kentucky actually came into this game ranked 10th in the power rankings. That's definitely going to change as Memphis was number 7. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Kentucky easily in the top 5, potentially the top 3 after this one. Here's Shiren, little pump fake there, finds Jordan with a nice dunk.
Yeah, and I think you'll see Memphis pretty low after this one.
Definitely so. Here's Kobe Johnson now. Over to Just Blaze, who's going to fire up a 3 of his own, rattles in. Kentucky still slowing it down here. Up by 23. Here's Mello over to Mambo. Fires it over to Shiren. Now Mello gonna fire up another 3 with a hand in his face. No good that time as Leroy Locke comes down with it. 3 second separating shot.
What the heck?
What a mistimed lob by Leroy Locke, as that one goes way above the head of anyone on either team.
I don't, that's a blooper. I don't know what to tell you.
That's very much a blooper here. That definitely going to be the end of this one, though. Kentucky just going to dribble this one out. So, in a bit of a surprise, potentially, the Kentucky reserve kind of handily overcome the Memphis Blues. Your final in this one, Kentucky Reserve 91, Memphis Blues 68. Don't go anywhere. We'll take a look at the team comparison in Brock's store. Me and KT going to break this one down for you. GSB right back live on Twitch. As we get a look at our team comparison here, before I ask you if there's anything that sticks out for you, KT, we didn't actually see a player of the game by New Balance in this one, so I do want to get your opinion on who you think player of the game here would be in this one.
Yeah, I think I got to give it to Cam Mello. He impacted the court a lot for Kentucky, hitting down some big shots, helping them pick up momentum in places.
Yeah, I can definitely agree with you on that one. I was actually going to suggest Dime Hardaway really contributing on his own on the bench as well here for Kentucky. But now here at the team comparison screen, anything really stand out to you here between these two?
Yeah, a few things. Memphis took 23 threes, so they took more than Kentucky, but they made less. And then they also had a significant less in points in the paint, so they lost both of those battles pretty massively. And then you go down a little further to rebounds, which they just completely got annihilated on. 2 board offensive to 13, and then 27 to 41, both in favor of Kentucky.
Yeah, Kentucky really kind of played a complete game here. Memphis with the advantage in steals and blocks, but in the end, it didn't really matter. We'll start with the box score here for the reserve Cam Mello. Now looking at this stat line, definitely your hands-down player of the game. 23 points, 3 rebounds, 3 dimes for him on 9 of 16 shooting. Dime Hardaway off the bench finishing with 17 points and an assist. Josh Shiren, 11 points, 1 board, and 5 assists for him. Scotty B. Peepin with 10 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, and a steal. A.R. Jordan finishing 7, 6, and 1. Sasha Petrovic, 7 points as well with 5 rebounds and 2 assists. Bo Mambo, 6 points, 14 rebounds, and an assist. Adam Sala finishing 5, 3, 3, and 1. Ernesto Romero III, 4 points, 12 boards, an assist, and a block for him. And rounding it out for the reserve, Colonel E.H. Taylor, 1.2 rebounds, an assist, and a steal. And now for Memphis, Leroy Locke going to be your leading scorer here. 11 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists.
Oh my
on
gosh.
4 of 15 shooting. 1 of 5 from 3 for him. Definitely not ideal. Nick Hill finishing 11-2 with a steal as well. Perfect from beyond the arc. Only 3 of 6 all told. Bobby Bricks finishing 10, 1, and 2. Kobe Johnson with 9 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist, and a steal. 3 of 14 from the field, 1 of 5 from the perimeter. Lee Locke finishing 7, 1, and 3. Just Blaze, 6 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, a steal, and a block. Perfect in all shooting categories for him tonight. Dominic Shalizzi finishing with 6 points, 5 rebounds, an assist, and a steal. Dolph, 4 points, 6 rebounds, 2 steals, and a block for him tonight. Frosty Malone with 4 points, 2 rebounds. And to round it out, Shiloh Marino with a rebound and 4 assists on 0 of 4 shooting. So, KT, all said and done. Any last words for the people here in Reserve Arena?
Yeah, what a debut for the first game in Kentucky franchise history. Definitely a team to look out for and watch as we go into next week. On the other side for Memphis, definitely could have been a more complete game from them, but it's early in the season. It's just the first week. We got 13 more weeks to get it through before playoffs, so they've got a lot of time to iron things out and try to figure out what to do from here.
Definitely agree with you there, KT. Coming up next, Vice City travels to San Antonio to face the Stampede for KT and Nighthawk doing production for us. I've been Aaron.